Everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to another episode of 10 p.m. University. So today we'll be talking about omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. I was pretty surprised. No one talks about omega-6 in general. People talk about omega-3, people talk about fish oil, people talk about, plant oil. That's great. Omega-3 is essential. They are considered essential fatty acid. And I've covered about omega-3 in one of the previous episode of 10 p.m. University. If you haven't watched it, I would encourage you to please go and check it out. Right. So omega-6, right? Omega-6, like omega-3, they are polyunsaturated fatty acids, right? And omega-6 are considered an essential fatty acids, right? You do need omega-6 in your daily diet, but there is a ratio you have to keep into consideration, and you'll be surprised to see the ratio of today's diet. It's a bit way off, and which is not surprising given the all kind of heart diseases and all kind of obesity we have in the world. Okay, that being said, let's dive in. So there are 4 kinds of omega-6 I wanted to talk about, and these are LA, ARA, GLA, and CLA. And these types can be found in different sources of our food. CLA specifically, if you're a bodybuilder out there, you pretty much know what CLA is. And even I do consume CLA capsules. They claim that CLA does different things. I'll talk about it when I reach to CLA. Okay, the first thing first, LA, right? I won't be pronouncing the name of the scientific name. It's a bit complex, I'm not a medical expert, right? So before I explain to you any of this stuff, right, I just wanted to make a disclaimer. This is not a medical video or a medical series, right? This is just for information. If you wanted to know more stuff, I would encourage you, please contact your physician or contact your dietitian or someone who's expert in nutrition and health, right? This is just an informative video, and we have a lot of research out there based on this. So I'm just using those research to spread the information to you, right? So just wanted to make it very clear. Please don't take my word for it and say, oh yeah, this guy said this is how it should be. This is how it should do it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is just for information purpose, right? Because I didn't knew a lot of stuff when I initially about omega-6, because everyone talks about omega-3. Omega-3 bodybuilders talks about omega-3, everyone talks about it. But very few people talk about omega-6, even omega-9, right? So I won't be talking about omega-9 today. That's a different topic. So I will be talking only about omega-6. Okay, the first thing, LA. Right, so the main source of LA you'll find in sunflower oil, soybean oil, corn oil, and canola oil, right? So what happens is, in today's diet, right, mostly in Western diet, most of the food, right, they're cooked in this kind of oils, and the studies have shown that the higher the consumption of the food cooked or processed in this oil, there's a higher the chance that your omega level will be very high, and so the ratio between omega-6 and omega-3 will be a bit way off because of this. And these are not really the great source of omega-6 you should be consuming. That's why, I'll give you a very classic example. In New Zealand, right, you go to supermarket, we got different supermarkets, you look for an oil, you look for sunflower oil, look for soybean oil, canola oil, you'll find it dirt cheap, like 2 liter for like $6. On the other hand, the other oils, which are very low in omega-6 and actually good for you, like coconut oil, olive oil, palm seed oil, and even butter, right? So these are expensive. Olive oil, you'll get it for like $12 to $13. Depends if you're buying extra virgin or not. And then the organic coconut oil will cost you $20 to $30 a liter. Right, so yeah, these are the healthier source of the oil you should be thinking about consuming in your daily diet. And if you can cut down on these kind of oils, which will be much better, because these kind of oils, right, they are the main source of culprit in terms of omega-6. I mean, there are studies out there which shows that consumption of these the food cooked in this oil, like fried food. You go to McDonald's, you eat, fries cooked in probably canola oil. You go to KFC, the chicken probably will be cooked in one of this oil. So are these food healthier? Well, not really. And so that's one of the reasons why, you'll see a lot of people have suffered with diabetes, obesity. So omega-6 contributes to that in one way. Although omega-6 are considered very healthy for you, but at the same time, there is certain proportion you need to take, right? We'll talk about that. And the next one is the ARA. So you can figure out the name of the acid there, because I'm not very comfortable pronouncing it, and I might sound silly when I pronounce the name. Right, so you can get from meat, poultry, eggs. These are the great source of ARA. Right, so which is pretty common. You can get from a supermarket, but I prefer to eat organic. So and another one is the GLA. So two common sources are borage oil and evening primrose oil. Right, so these are the scientific names. Please don't get overwhelmed by it, because these are the types. You just need to understand, right, different source where you can get it from. And the CLA, which is very common, as I mentioned, which is very common among bodybuilders. Like I use the CLA capsules as well, and you can get it from a grass-fed beef. If you like a nice steak, grass-fed beef steak will be the best choice for CLA. And please make sure it's an organic beef you're eating, right? If you're not someone who likes to eat beef, you can actually get a CLA capsule, CLA gel capsule. I get it from NZ Muscle here in New Zealand. It's pretty good. So what normally they claim, I mean, I'm not sure the exact study behind it. They said it's actually good, helps with the weight loss. Yeah, I did notice a few, but I can't really say that it's because of CLA or because of the workout I do, right? So, and it has other health benefit as well, right? Please research more on this if you wanted to know more about CLA, right? And there are a lot of research studies have been done on CLA. If you wanted to know more, please reach out to different sources out there. I mean, even your doctor can give you better advice on CLA, right? A physician is the best person who can actually, or your nutritionist, right? Okay, cool. Right, so now, this figure might shock you a bit. Pre-industrial population, right? Usually the ratio was 4:1 or 1:4, which is considered as a normal or ideal ratio. But today, Western diet or even Eastern diet, right? It's 16:1. You will even find 20:1, even more than that, which is shocking, right? Because 20:1 is way off. It's not really good for your health at all, right? Because that's not really good. So you need to so this is the reason why no one really talks about omega-6, right? As I mentioned in the beginning, everyone is interested to know about, oh yeah, we need to know about fish oil, we need to know about, omega-6, omega-3, EPA, DHA, that's all great. I mean, but you need to know the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 as well, which is very important. Next time, I mean, if you're really if you're really someone who's into fitness or health, I would suggest you to consult a physician to, get it tested, the amount of omega-6 to amount of omega-3 got, you will find out, and then your physician can advise you a diet change, because this can make or break, A great health is a key to everything in life, right? And most of the people don't talk about it, and most of the people are not aware about it, because I was not aware about it as well, right? And this is when I figured out, oh, really? I like, that's not really good, right? That's why you see that more people in most of the countries, they gain weight very fast, and and they get a lot of heart-related issues. A lot of things have to do with the diet, and of course, lack of exercise and other stuff, right? I just don't want to get into it because I'm, right? Okay. So now, what will happen, right? If you eat too much of omega-6, right? Too much, which is not above the prescribed limit, right? Everything in moderation is good. Omega-6 is essential, right? It's not that you should, I don't want omega-6. No. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is omega-6 is as important as omega-3, but you need to balance the ratio, right? Like 4:1 or 1:4, right? Okay, so what happens if you consume too much of omega-6, right? You get high blood pressure, you can get blood clots, right? Or you can get a stroke. These are the research done, and it's all out there, and you can even check it out, even consult a physician, right? And so when your blood pressure is very high, you need to check out with the physician why it's high. Is it something to do with your diet? Perhaps, perhaps not, right? A doctor or, like I said, a physician will advise you better. So these are the things I just wanted to cover with you guys, just to, give you a bit of information around omega-6. Like, as I said, like omega-3 is the most, holy grail everyone talk about everywhere in the world. You go to even the remote parts of our planet, they will know about omega-3, but very few people talk about omega-6, right? And you'll be surprised, very, very few even talk about omega-9. That's even surprising, right? Right, so that's one of the reasons why I just wanted to do this topic, so that, I can spread this message and, give you an opportunity to think about it, right? For your health. Health is the greatest wealth, right? If you don't have health, what's the point of wealth, right? You end up in spending all your money on fixing your health, and one day, you're left with nothing. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to cover today. I hope you find this today's session informative. That's the only reason I wanted to do this. I will bring different topics, so that, because since it's a 10 p.m. university, I wanted to give you guys a different, perception about different things, because that's my main goal of starting this 10 p.m. university, to empower everyone out there, so that we can all think about, things in a positive way, focus on things that really mean to us, and then at the same time, focus on our well-being as well, right? Okay, that being said, that's all I wanted to cover today. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are. Greetings from New Zealand. Adios.